Well, hello. It's the next day now, and I had a great night's sleep. I'm just basking in the sun of the far north of Scotland, and just sharing a few thoughts, really. A bit sunburnt. So I've had sun, I've had rain, I've had wind, no snow. Had a little bit of flooding. Had to divert a few times because of the flooding. So pretty much had everything. And I said yesterday it was an incredible victory for a fixed wheel bicycling. But it's also about, you don't have to spend a lot of money on the latest bits to do what you want, really. So I've managed to do a nearly 6-day LEJOG on an old banger, basically. The story of this bike is, I saw it on eBay and bought it for 180 quid, and it came with flat bars. So I changed the handlebars and I changed the wheels to something more reliable. Did a bit of fettling, you know, but essentially it's old tech. It's a victory for old tech. No disc brakes, no gears. What are these derailleurs, eh? Unnecessary pieces of equipment. Ain't nobody got time for shifting. You know, not shifting makes your hands do a lot less work. I can't talk for electric shifting because I've never had electric shifting. I've never been that lucky to have a clicky button shifter thing. But shifting on a normal bike would have been a lot of effort, wouldn't it? So how many times would you shift? If it's hilly, you might shift 10 times a kilometre. If it's flat, you might not shift. So let's say 5 times per kilometre you're going to shift. And I've just done 1,500 kilometres. So 1,500 times 10 is 15,000. Half of that is 7,000 and a half. 7,500 shifties. Have you really got time to shift 7,500 times? Is your wrist really going to thank you after that? So I think there's some benefit in not having to do that. My hands could do anything they liked. There's multiple bar positions to adopt. One thing I couldn't do without is oval section tops on the handlebars. Drop handlebars with oval section tops, so they are domed, I guess, at the top. So instead of being round, they're flatter. Basically gives you a larger contact patch for your hands, which are like pretty much the most important thing on a big ride like this, is keeping your hands and wrists comfortable. And if you're using a camera, keeping your shoulder comfortable. This hurts to hold the camera, man. Yeah, that contact patch is super important, and I've spent the majority of this ride on the tops because it's comfortable there. And that's the main thing about going a long distance. I wasn't racing or anything, so I didn't need to be in the drops or on TT bars, although they're very comfortable as well. I'm gonna have to change hands. I might get a bit of wind noise. I got a tailwind right now, so it should be legit. The bicycle industry will be saying right now, shut up, shut up, people need one by, people need gravel. That's a gravel bike go riding. It's gravel specific. People need to buy one. Disc brakes. Didn't you crash on the wet descent coming down sharp? Surely you crashed. You didn't have disc brakes. So no, not really. All this stuff's worked for a long time. This is what they would have been riding in 1910, eh? Apart from they probably had rod pull brakes. Now I wouldn't want to ride those, although I've never tried. Maybe they're very good. Yeah, so basically that's it. No Apidura stuff, just a basket on the front. £2.50 in Asda that was, and I made a bag to go in it. So that was fun. And you can zip tie it onto a rack. That rack was like the most expensive upgrade. I've got a Nitto M12, I think. Nice, shiny looking thing. So that's lovely, that was. Shame it was about £80. But it goes onto the cantilever studs. And it's a very neat way of getting a little front rack on there. Not a big one, just a little one. So I'm going to go to Inverness today. I'm going to get someone to pack my bike up for me and send it home. John O'Groat's bike company or something like that, transport. And then I'm going to make my way home just myself from Inverness. It'll be easier without a bike. Yeah, my ankle that went pop kind of did go pop quite a lot. I'm going to stop now. Yeah, my popped ankle went bad on like day 2 or 3, and I've still not got the full movement of it, but it doesn't hurt, strangely. So I hope I've done no permanent damage, but I'm riding about today, the day after. What other questions might there be that I might need to answer? Yeah, the old ankle's fine. My knees are fine. Doesn't hurt to push a big gear. When you're riding fixed like this, you don't have a dead spot at the top of the pedal stroke. It takes it round for you. So that's the bit of the pedal stroke where your knee's most bent and most likely to get injured. So it's kinder to my knees anyway to be fixed in. So knees are all good. I got a bit of sunburn. I think the wind burnt my face. I've got like crusty skin around on my face because the wind was so strong. It just ripped all the moisture out of my skin. What else? I got one puncture. Obviously just running tubes. No one wants tubeless to go wrong on something like this. Wow, no, that would be uncool. I took 2 tubes and I'm good with the patch kit, so when I had my puncture I just patched it up in the hotel that night. So I've still got 2 working tubes in my basket. Yeah, things I couldn't do without. These stretchy arm warmers, they were like £3 off Planet X or something. Stretchy arm warmers are super easy to pull on and off. They're like really convenient and stretchy. They're just great. They're made of like sock material. It's like having massive, great big socks over your arms. They were brilliant. Lightweight string bag and a pair of shorts for off the bike. Off the bike's important, unless you're racing the whole thing, but off the bike's important for the hotel stops overnight and when you're finished, like today. I'm not wearing my bib shorts anymore. My bib shorts are in my luggage. I'm going to get them sent home. I'm wearing football shorts. I took a pair of lightweight football shorts that I've had since I was like 10 or something. Do you want to see me tan lines? Sexy. Yeah, off the bike's important. So those shorts, super glad to have those shorts. And the one thing I didn't use until today, but I didn't really need them at all, was a spare pair of socks. If you're staying in hotels, however bad your socks get, you just wash them in the sink with whatever product they give you there, and then dry them out by stamping them in a clean towel and hair drying them. That's how you do it, and that works for all your different clothes. I've washed my bib shorts, I've kind of half washed the smelly bits on my jersey, so I'm not that minging, to be fair. And I think the best thing that I took, that I was no, that's not the best thing. Nah. Anyway, I took a razor, so I shaved my legs on like day 3. So started silky smooth, ending, well, in the middle I was silky smooth. Right now I need another top up, but you know. I took a Bic razor. Doesn't weigh anything, does it? I think there's some benefit to that. I feel like a bit of a twat walking around with half-grown leg hair. Looks like you're a plucked chicken. So those are my thoughts from finishing up. My mum would have been proud of me for doing this. I told her in January I was going to Land's End John de Groat. She said, when is it? I said, end of July. Sad thing is, we both knew she was going to die. We didn't know when. She had cancer, and obviously we hoped that she would have been around to say well done. She would be glad I managed to get myself here. She would have been happy that I was safe. But she died in April. We only knew it was terminal for since Christmas, I think. So since January, February, March, and then she went in April. So anyway, she would have been proud of me. I think she sent the tailwinds on day 1 and 2. She sent me the tailwinds, sent me on my way, and told me to do the rest myself. So that's what I did. The event got cancelled, but I had to do it anyway. We got told at the last minute that this got cancelled. It was supposed to be a calendar event. It would have been 100 to 200 riders. That would have been really hectic at the finish, that would have been. But I kind of made up my mind to do it anyway. So there we go. I'm filming in the driving wind again, so sorry about that. I'm going to go down to the sign again, I think, later. Share some more views. Alright, see you later.